Hello, Aries. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with this Knight, right? Knight of Swords. This is a very decisive energy. I feel like you are perhaps contemplating a very swift move in your life. I feel this is a cardinal air energy. So really, it's like a Libra energy, right? I think this is a very quick decision. This is a very elaborate plan that you're just about ready to execute, to implement. Okay? This is someone very decisive. But this is someone that hasn't taken action yet. It's like you're looking into the future and you're seeing, how will this plan play out? If I do this, if I hit the go button on this thing, here's what I expect to happen. Okay, so we're sort of looking at the whole plan and thinking, this is a big one. This is a big deal. I think everything has to fall into place. All of the pieces have to be there. Everything has to function together for it to really work. But I think we're really gearing up for something here. Okay. Now we're going to select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with Jimbo, the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard, right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this program you feel like you might know what that card is, put your prediction, your hunch, your guess down in the comments below. All right. Now, let's keep going here. Our next card is a Queen of Swords. So we are definitely looking at the Knights look at the future, the Queens look at the past, right? So you're going to judge the effectiveness of your plan by its results. Okay? So in some ways, this is Spirit telling you, you're going to have to execute the plan. You're going to have to go fully through with it. And you're not going to know till it's done as you reflect back and say, okay, it worked. Okay? Because the Queen of Pentacles is looking at the past and looking at that long and winding road that you took to get here, but you had no guarantee that you would get here. So this is really an act of faith, right? This is you being able to look into the future with the Knight and say, this is the plan, and this is, a lot of things got to kind of come together for it to work, but let's do it, right? And then, of course, we got the Queen that's looking back and say, wow, the plan worked. Right, this is your future self really sitting pretty, really in this success, and be able to look back and say, okay, well, that plan, I'm here, right? So it must have worked, but could I have done it better? Could I have streamlined it? Were there too many unnecessary moving pieces, or what can we learn about? What can we learn through this experience? Okay, so very interesting cards here. The future and the past. Underneath you got that Ten of Swords. Of course, we're sort of worried that things are not going to work out so well. I think part of the beauty of the plan here is that you have almost mentally you've explored all the ways that this could fail. You've kind of gone through as many different scenarios as you could in order to prepare for those, to plan for those. I think a lot has gone into the planning and the thought process here. Realizing that there are 1,000 ways that this can crash and burn. And maybe really only one way to succeed, but a lot of ways that, and maybe this is that acceptance that says, you know what, I'm going to meet with a lot of challenges. I'm going to go through a lot of iterations of this plan before I get to one that really feels concrete. Yeah. It could be that we have to take our plan, we have to take the failures, the ruins that we've experienced, and sort of rebuild a better plan. You know, using the bits and pieces of this. What part of the plan worked? Well, let's use those and discard the rest. Okay? Now behind you, there's the plan. It's a lot of air energy here. This is the 6 of Swords. So this is telling me that we've come up with a plan. It seems to be pretty good. And then I think we are making the decision to execute the plan. We're running the program. You're running the macro or whatever it is. You're executing that application on the computer or something. And we're seeing what results pop out the other side. And we're saying, okay, well, this is the result I got. What do I need to scrap? Do I scrap the whole plan? What pieces from this can I take that still work? What, like bits? Maybe you're like a coder or something where you do computer programming. What can I keep and what must I discard? That will allow me to then formulate the next version of this software. And let's run that and see how it works, right? And you've got the intuition, the high priestess up above you here. The high priestess is trying to lead you to your best life, okay? So it could be that there's some missing piece of code here that you're not seeing. There's something hidden from you that, and maybe it's really just like with the, if you are a computer programmer, you do some kind of coding or something, you know that it's all about the technology, the ones and zeros, right? Just the sort of logic of it. But there's something else. There's something intuitive about it all. There's something magical that needs to be there too for it all to run together and work. And I think that's what Spirit's trying to point you toward, is that intuition, that it is sort of an intellectual feat, right? An intellectual endeavor. You're trying to come up with the perfect plan for your life or for your project or for your software or whatever. But we have to incorporate that intuitive piece. It's not all just logic, execution, input, and then output, input, then output. We need to have that magic. There needs to be that little something extra, right? And now we're getting somewhere. Now we're making progress. So we got the 9 of Pentacles in the future position. And this is growth. This is gain, right? This is living a successful thing. It's every iteration of this. Every time we revise and we execute, we run the program and we tinker with it and we run it again, it's getting better and better and better. Each version is a better product than the last version. Okay? And this feels quite nice. It's good to feel like we're gaining some ground. We're making some progress here. Every future and then reflection onto the past is leading us to new intuitive insights that's going to allow us to formulate a better plan. And all the while, this whole cycle, we're inching our way forward. We're creating better and better results. Whatever the results are for you, if this is physical, financial, this is your strategy. Okay. Now, on the path of the Serpent, we start with the Star card. The Star card is your sense of destiny. Okay, you're someone with you're very tapped into the spiritual energy. Okay, as logical as you seem to be, you're very intuitive and you're very connected with spirit. Okay, I feel like you know the answer to the question, who am I and why am I here? This is like fundamental stuff. And once you have that, okay, I know who I am and I know why I'm here. Now, I got to find a plan to manifest that destiny of mine, to make progress. I feel like you are the vehicle of your destiny here. You are the conduit. You are a clear channel of this destiny, which means that the mind has to be employed toward the goal. If you know who you are and why you're here, what's left? Well, to do it. Okay, how do we do it? We've got to have a plan, right? And that I feel is exactly where you are right now. In your environment, you have it's a bit of a Scorpio energy. There may be a water sign person in your life, someone about your age. And I kind of feel that there is an unwillingness to compromise. I feel like, I don't know if it's you, I feel like it's somebody close to you that really just does not want to compromise on something. That is not willing to, I don't know, maybe they're just not willing to really go all in with something. Because this knight, or Prince of Cups, is soaring down by the water, but not in the water, not getting wet, not really immersed, still staying separate. It's like, I want to be involved, but not really involved, right? I want to kind of, I want to be near the water, but I don't want to get wet. It's like going to the beach, but you're not going to touch the water. You're going to stay on land, you know? So it's someone that's not fully on board, someone that's not fully immersed in this with you. And this could be a little part of the problem, right? Let's see what the problem is here. Next card is the obstacle, and it's a princess of wands. It's a little bit of recklessness. I think it's a little bit of distractibility. So it could be that whoever your companion is, whether it's a coworker, a collaborator, or a partner of any kind, whoever this other person in your life is, it feels as if they're easily distractible because they're not fully in it, that they could easily go walk around in some other direction. They don't really have as much at stake as you do. Does that make sense? They don't have there's not that need in them like there is for you. So they could easily go do something else. Their interest, their attention sort of wavers a lot more easily than yours does. Okay? And that might be part of the problem. That might be what a little bit of the hindrance is. Let's see what the next card is here. The blending together of fire and water. Well, in a sense, we could look at these cards in a little bit of a different way if we want to say that the Prince of Cups is you, right, with your full emotional investment, right? It's a fixed water energy, okay? This is kind of a changeable fire energy. This is someone whose interest can really be pulled in many different directions, sort of frivolously, right? Someone who's easily distracted, someone who just kind of wants the rush of excitement, but doesn't have the emotional investment that you have. And that seems to be the challenge, okay? The Art or Temperance card, and it might really be, how do we work with somebody who we feel this differently from? How do we blend together these energies? How do we find a way to cooperate? What is the strategy here? What is the plan to continue to make progress despite the fact that one of you is sort of this changeable fire energy and one of you is very emotionally invested here? Maybe what if this is a relationship, right? What if this is a creative partnership? Okay, maybe there's one of you that is really the creative kind of energy, and one of you is, well, see, with the water and the fire, they're both creative. Both very creative. One is spontaneous, and one kind of has that brooding artist kind of energy, that really serious kind of artist, and one is creative in a more, I guess, a kind of a more spontaneous way. So it really might be that what you need in this situation is this energy, is this card, is a little bit more of this spontaneous creative energy rather than a fixed kind of emotional, passionate, artistic, serious kind of vibe, right? Maybe we need to loosen up a little bit, right? Maybe this is the missing piece, that sort of intuitive, spontaneous. It's kind of the, if it's music, this is that we're very serious and very, very committed to our music and what we're performing, but maybe we need a little bit of that spontaneity, that improvisation of this card. Yeah. Very interesting reading. We don't have a lot of fire here, do we? We've got mostly the air energy. we've got 1, 2, 3 major arcana energies. We got fire. We got a little fire, a little water. It's mostly air, right? And earth. Yeah. So the fire and the water perhaps is, fire and water making steam, right? Making conflict, creating trouble, but also perhaps generating new ideas. The ability to sort of, get together with someone that is quite different than we are, like fire and water, and it creates this, the right kind of tension, the right kind of conflict that's going to generate new ideas for you. That's going to lead to progress rather than leading to sort of a stagnation of the plan. That we keep trying to make progress, but we end up just kind of reiterating the same version, and there's not really a lot of changes. We can't find that magic that pushes us forward. Yeah. Very interesting with that. And of course, with the art or temperance card, it is the alchemy, right? I think your relationship with this person is really changing you and you're changing them. I think the combination of your forces are really creating something that's way beyond just, 1 + 1 = 2. It's equaling way more than 2. Okay, so that's what we see here as kind of an alchemical combination of the elements that will lead to what I think is the intuitive generation, the sort of magical generation of, the good ideas, right? New ways of thinking and new ways of looking at something, and the ability then to execute that plan. So it seems like it's a creative collaboration for you. I don't know beyond that what the details are, but let's look at the mystery card. I wonder if the mystery card here will, I kind of expect something like the Wheel of Fortune or the Empress, because the High Priestess, of course, is leading you to your best life, leading you to continue gaining ground, making progress toward complete satisfaction and fulfillment and love and bliss and blessings and abundance. So maybe this will be the Empress. Yeah. Well, let's take a look. The Ace of Pentacles. I think this might be that good idea. This might be really that missing piece that's going to make everything kind of work. It's that missing piece of code, right? That's just kind of hidden in the ether somewhere, hidden in your unconscious perhaps. And it might be through the interaction with this person who it feels like they're very different from you, and it feels like there's some tension and conflict there. But that might be what's going to really give you the answer that you're looking for. Yeah. We're going to take a look into an extended reading as well. We're going to do an Jing reading. We'll do some oracle cards. There is a link in the corner, and there's a link down below. New readings for Aries, usually Monday and Friday. I feel like this was just a quick bonus for you. I feel like it was needed just to address a couple of things here. But be sure to watch both of your other readings and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.